Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Adi bin Fauzi and my metric number is 272693. In this video is about the introductions for our projects. The title is the cause and effects of electronic gadgets. Electronic gadgets are becoming increasingly among the people, especially for the youngest generations. The youngest generations is becoming increasingly reliant on technology and also the electronic device. Electronic gadgets users should be mindful for the impact that they have on society and our personal life. Electronic device, one of the most significant benefits of electronic gadgets is they simplify our life. And also, electronic devices have revolutionized the world of shipping, enabling online shoppers to purchase millions of the items by single tap and also mouse click. Although electronic devices can help with communication, they are often blamed for social problems. Many people find that social media and the other forms of technology help them improve their relationship. Others feel forced to maintain a certain appearance on social media, or become depressed as well of their experience. The electronic device also increase the risk of identity thief and other serious crime due to cyber criminals gaining access to sensitive data. Another issue that with the electronic gadget is the loss of privacy. Personal pictures and also video or other private data are greater the risk of being exposed or lost when stored on an electronic device. Okay, next for this video is about the problem statements for our projects. Electronic device can be used for many purpose, such as instant messaging, gaming, social media, emailing, and general communications. As a result, they can now be seen as crucial in both personal and professional life. As a result, expanding technological development and the broad complexity of the internet, the problem of using electronic device is becoming more prevalent. The aim of this study is to determine the impacts of the electronic gadgets of Northern University of Malaysia students' cognitive, affective, and behavioral functioning. The information was gathered using a questionnaire and evaluated by using the Google Forms. The Google Form is presented as a frequency and percentage of demonstrate the impacts of the electronic gadgets on cognitions, affects behavior of the Northern University of Malaysia students. A total of 60 people complete the survey in its entire. The outcome demonstrates that the behavior effects has a significant impact on the users of the technological device.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Abidin. So I'm from group 5 and today I'll be talking about the effect of using electronic gadgets in University of Malaysia. So my part is objective, which is first of all, we have two objectives here. The first one is to determine the factor of using electronic gadgets, and the second one is to identify the effect of electronic gadgets towards university students in Malaysia. It can be understood that beside their college hours, sleeping hours, and the daily activities, the participants are using all their time in making themselves busy with the gadgets and services.
Hi, my name is Rohafiza binti Azli and my matric number is 272890. Today I will continue to present about the scope of study. This research is to determine the effect of electronic gadgets on Northern University of Malaysia students' cognitive, affective and behavioral functioning. Therefore, in this study, 16 students will randomly choose to fill out the questionnaire through Google Forms. I will proceed with the research question. We have two research questions. For the first one is what are the factors of the usage of electronic gadgets, and second, what are the effects of electronic gadgets toward university students. I will continue to present about the significance of the study. It may assist individuals in comprehending the effect of electronic gadgets on university students and making them aware of the management of devices. This research was also conducted with the purpose of preparing them as parents for the tasks and responsibilities they will face in the future when they raise their own families. Electronic gadgets may receive insight about how to improve the learners' use of them as a result of this study. The study also helped those who consider it, such as lecturers and others, because they will be more aware of the value of these electronic gadgets, enhancing their teaching effectiveness. Finally, for future researchers, this article will undoubtedly add to our vast body of literature and expertise. Last but not least, the future researchers, particularly those working on the same or comparable frameworks, will benefit from the finding of this project.
Okay, my second part is a literature review. Okay, first of all, about youngsters who use device for an extended amount of time have negative impacts on their health. So based on journal that we discovered, several studies have been undertaken on the impact of electronic gadget and its usage among university students. Based on the journal, youngsters who use device for an extended amount of time have negative impacts on their health. Youngsters who spend more than 6 hours on their device have a variety of issues, including logical thinking difficulties, migraine, sadness, anxiety, and so on. And they also have difficulty sleeping, worry excessively, are scared of public speaking, and have a low level of consciousness. And however, these issues are less prevalent among youngsters who use their device for less than 6 hours. The number of issues encountered reduces as the amount of time spent with the device diminish. And the second one is the link between usage of electronic device and cognitive, emotional, and behavioral functions. Okay. From another journal, the use of those electronic device by university students has a cognitive, emotional, and behavioral influence on them, which is difficult to mitigate because technology nowadays necessitates the usage of electronic gadgets to keep up with current events, and as a result, each individual must play a part in ensuring that the usage of this technological device does not impress them. And last but not least, the usage of mobile device and student behavior. So another research is that there is a strong relationship between the usage of mobile device and student behavior. Students' behavior, academic achievements, and instructional techniques are all affected by the usage of mobile application and technology. And alternatively, the usage of mobile technology in the classroom has a direct correlation with instructional objective, and it is difficult to prevent students from using mobile device during lecture, and therefore professor must adapt new approaches and to balance this and address the difficulties that arise as a result of their use. According to the existing study, there is a link between the factor of electronic gadgets usage and influence of electronic gadgets on students.
Okay, next is the research methodology. So our research was conducted with a qualitative and quantitative approach. In this study, researchers used students from University Utara Malaysia as the target group. So the focus of this research is the effect of electronic gadgets toward university students. And in addition, this study was conducted over a period of 3 months, and the data collection is based on the recent study of the effect of electronic gadgets on the student of diploma, degree, and master level. In this research, we collect the data by using survey form, and the researcher have obtained 60 students as a respondent in this study. Okay, next is our data collection. So we use the primary data to collect our information in the survey form. The survey will conduct a questionnaire to collect the data of the type, purpose of use, time spent with the electronic gadgets, and the factor of usage of the electronic gadgets and the effect using the electronic gadgets. In addition, we also get the secondary data from the literature review and the journal. Okay, next is our data analysis. From the pie chart, in our study amount of 60 students, 41 of the students were female and 19 were male respondents. The percentage of the female population was found to be 68% and the male population was 32%. Additionally, from the respondents, majority were from Malay students, which were 86.7%, and the others are Chinese and Indians. For the age, 75% were 20 to 21 years old, 18.3% were 22 to 23 years old, and 6.7% were 24 years old and above. Majority of the respondents were bachelor degree students, 85%, and diploma level 8.3%, and master level is 6.7%.
Okay, next is discussion of findings, which is the first one is what we already get from the data is the type of electronic gadgets used by the respondents. So based on the figure 1, the frequency and the percentage of electronic gadgets used by the respondent at Institute Utara Malaysia. So the figure shows that the frequency and percentage of the electronic gadgets used by the respondent at Institute Utara Malaysia. The highest percentage is the headphone or smartphone, which is 95%, and equivalent to 57 respondents from the total number of 60 respondents. And next, the second highest is the laptop type of electronic gadgets with a frequency of 51% respondent, and with a percentage of 85%, and followed by television with frequency of 14, and the percentage is 23.3. And the number of people using the iPad is only with 2%, with a percentage of 3.3%, and the users of tablet and PC gaming got the same frequency and percentage, 2 and 3.3 respectively. And the availability of something always force the use of the product, as it is the nature of the human being to do so. In other words, the more one can have, the more one can use. And so due to this availability, the use of the tech gadgets are increasing in significant manner. And one of the interesting features of new gadget is they provide lots of fun and amusement with each new editions. This keeps the youth hooked to the gadgets for a longer period of time. So the second one is the time spent by the respondent using the electronic gadgets. So based on this figure 2 shows the frequency and the percentage of time spent using the electronic gadgets, and the highest percentage was 6 and above, which is 65. 65%, meaning that 35% spend their time with electronic gadgets below 6 hours, where 23.3% respondents are using the gadgets for 4 to 5 hours per day, and 8.3% of them are using this for 3 to 4 hours. And the amount of respondents that spend 1 to 2 hours per day with gadget is very less, only 3.4% per day. So it is analyzed that it can be understood that beside their college hours, sleeping hours, and the daily activities, the participants are using all their time in making themselves busy with gadgets and service, such as internet, social sites, gaming, and etc. So it can be even told the gadgets are the best friends of the present youth to spend time with them. And the analysis of this data symbolizes that the degree of use of the tech gadgets and services among this young mass is very high, and leading to the addiction towards the technological devices. The user can be claimed as an addict here, as having the knowledge of the consequence of the excess use of the service that they are using them up to such extent. Needless to say that this section of the society is the highly educated mass. So the next one is purpose of using electronic gadgets, and based on the figure 3 shows that the frequency and percentage of respondents am using the electronic gadgets, and for this purpose we just pick the highest percentage only, which is the highest percentage was for the academic purpose, and followed by communication and entertainment purpose. And with 50% of the respondents using the gadgets for academic purpose, the percentage of the communication and entertainment purpose have the same percentage, which is 20%. And the other 6 respondents use the gadget for multiple purpose, hence the majority of the respondents are using electronic gadgets as a matter of academic purpose. However, the impact of the overuse a subject is independent upon the purpose behind the use of the subject. In case of claiming use as addiction, the purpose behind the use has to be considered. And here the purpose are categories into 4 categories such as academic, communication, entertainment, and others. Among 60 respondents, majority of them was using the academic as a mode of was using the electronic device as a mode of academic. And the next one is the factor of usage to electronic gadgets. So based on this table 4, descriptive statistic of the factor of usage of the electronic gadgets. Okay, first one you have develop and adapt idea. Second one is exchange idea with others and access resources, portability, information ability, and physiological comfort. So the 5 points like scale is considered an interval scale. The mean is very significant from 1 to 1.8, and it means strongly disagree from 1.81 to 2.60. It means disagree, and from 2.61 to 3.4 it means neutral, and from 3.41 to 4.20 it means agree. From 4.21 until 5 it means strongly agree. And table 4 reveal that factor which state that students using the electronic gadgets to develop and adapt ideas had a mean of 4.383, and exchange idea with others had a mean of 4.433, and access resources had a mean of 4.683, and portability had a mean of information ability had a mean of 4.583, while portability is 4.417, and lastly is physiological comfort has the lowest mean, which is 4.033. Okay, next is the effect of using electronic gadgets to university students. And based on table 5, descriptive statistic of the effect of using electronic gadgets. A key effect of using electronic gadget: first is physical health problem, and second is sleeping or headache, and 3 is mental health problem. Fourth is logical thinking and memory. Next one is mood, and lastly mental stability. So table 5 shows that the effect of using the electronic gadgets. Analysis show the result mean range from 3.48 until 4.2. This means the respondent agree that the electronic can bring the effect to the health problem, think and memory, and also mood.
Next, I will continue to present about the conclusion. In a nutshell, this research has discussed factor usage and effect of electronic gadgets among university students. From this research, we can identify that electronic gadgets can affect students on their physical health, mental health, and so on. So, students should devise a strategy to restrict the amount of time they spend on electronic gadgets by encouraging good lifestyle changes. For the limitation and recommendation future studies, the sample size used in this study may not be typical. Hence, future research might include a broad representative sample. Due to a lack of time, the research was limited to just the university students only. There may be other factor, the usage of electronic gadgets that might have influenced the university students and affect electronic gadgets on their life. Last but not least, based on the study, it was recommended university students should be encouraged to usage of electronic gadgets in their daily life. Other than that, government and institutions also have to ensure that university students use electronic gadgets for beneficial activity only, such as academics. That's all from us. Thank you.